Hello guys, I hope you're having a great time on Season of Discovery so far. Now I've got a fun one for you today. I love those farms where you get an item with a big payout as they make the brain fire up with dopamine upon dropping. Now in my last video it was a bit more profitable for Horde, so let's switch that around. This time the trend seems to be that it's a bit more valuable for Alliance. Firstly, a disclaimer, this item's current availability is limited. If a bunch of people jump on it, it will lose some of its value. That being said, it's not an item that is only useful in this phase, so it should keep some of its value as every fisherman is going to want one of these. We are of course talking about the big iron fishing pole. Now some people may already know about this farm, but if you are a horde I have an easy trick to farm them that you may not know about, so keep watching. That being said, don't blame me if after a few days you see this video and the price tanked on some servers like the Great Pants Fiasco of 2023. The price of the servers I checked was between 15 and 40 gold. I fairly quickly sold one on my server for 15 gold. The trend seems to be that they are more valuable for Alliance than Horde, but still very profitable for Horde. Or even if you just want a fishing rod for yourself and don't feel like buying it, this is a good way. As it is so luck based, it's hard to put a golden hour value on this. For me it was 45 gold an hour in the first hour as I got 3 rod drops. That is with a relatively low rod price. All in all, it really depends on the RNG gods. Maybe sacrifice a gnome to the loot gods to be safe. Now, I did this on a hunter, but while I was there I saw other classes farming it, including a warrior and a shaman. Stuff that would help you is being an undead, underwater breathing potions, swim trees potions to get away if needed. These all will take a cut out of your profitability, so it might be worth just leveling an alt to farm this or to go without them as I did. Like I mentioned, I got super lucky while doing this, and I got 3 iron fishing poles within the first hour of farming. The next half hour I got none, so it's very luck based. According to WoWhead, it is a 1.2% chance of being looted out of one of the shellfish traps. That can be found over here next to Shadowprey Village. This is a horde camp, so Alliance be aware of the guards and try to avoid them. While doing this I got some whispers if I was a bot, so maybe some bots are on this, but it seems like a pretty complex action to do. If you loot a trap it will give you either some white or green boot shellfish or the big iron fishing pole. It can also spawn a mob level 33 to 34. As a hunter I was able to kill these, but running away was still the best option. The shellfish are used in a quest called Fish in a Bucket, where you trade 5 of them in for 1 bloodbelly fish. Of those you can trade in another 2 for the quest Catcher of the Day. This requires the next phase and level 32, and will reward you with 3 mithril, 5 thick leather or 5 mage weave cloth. From what I am reading, the second quest is not repeatable, so it's probably safe to put them on the AHA or vendor them, as they have no other purpose. There used to be a cash reward for trading in the shellfish, that seems to have been removed. The shellfish traps have a respawn time of about 2 minutes 40. With a little trick on Horde, I was only taking 2 traps instead of swimming around. You could presumably get more than 2 every few minutes, so exploring your personal best route may be the best option. Either way, looting these will take a little bit of skill and getting used to. During my downtime I fished a bit in the pools around the edge. Whatever you fish up should net you a few silver. As a horde, this is roughly how I did it at Shadowprey Village. I used the guards to kill the dry snap crawlers that spawn from the traps or wander around the general area. You have a minute amount of time where they spawn from a trap where they're not aggressive, so presumably at that point you can try to blink or stealth. If you go for a complete tour of all traps, the trap spawn mobs should be despawned. They just die after a while. Using the horde camp trick, you will have to pull them into the guards, as you will only be dealing with 2 shellfish traps. That's it guys, I found this one pretty fun to do. That may have to do with the luck I had, but I hope it helped, and I'll see you all on the next one.